Hi, I'm Animesh Garg from the Center for Automation and Learning in Medical Robotics, and I'm here today to talk about our recent work in task-level automation in surgical robotics. So robotic surgical assistants such as the Intuitive Surgical's Da Vinci have been highly effective in performing minimally invasive surgery. These surgical procedures are often long, tedious, and require high dexterity on surgeon's part. Hence, automating some of the subtasks such as suturing, cutting, debridement can improve performance in these operations, such as reducing surgeon fatigue, reducing time, and eventually improved supervised telesurgery. However, programming any of these complex behaviors into the machine is a complex task because the human body or human tissue is deformable and highly specular. The problem here is that the 3D tissue or the 3D modeling of the tissue is difficult, perhaps because exact models are unavailable and performing real-time FEM simulations is computationally intensive. So we have looked at a part of this problem. We have looked at automating multilateral manipulation and cutting. In particular, we have evaluated the performance of Da Vinci Research Kit on deformable tissue removal and pattern cutting in gauze. We use a learning by observation technique. We start with expert demonstrations. These are segmented and parameterized to create finite state machines. The robot then repeatedly executes these finite state machines to tune parameters and at times update the finite state machine itself. If required, we can also generate a new demonstration to improve the finite state machine. Let me give you an example. In the pattern cutting task, the robot starts by making the first notch in the gauze. Thereafter, it cuts through the lower semicircle, then the upper semicircle. One of the important aspects of using these finite state machines is that we get some error recovery behaviors for free. For instance, in this example, the robot checks if the two semicircles meet. If they don't, then the robot goes in and makes the cut again. Let me show you some of the results from our work in action.
We are investigating if a Da Vinci surgical robot can autonomously perform tedious subtasks. This video demonstrates new results involving cutting and deformable tissues using a learning by observation approach described in detail in the paper. The first subtask is linear debridement, removing a linear section of cancerous tissue. We use plastic putty as tissue phantom. A computer vision system identifies the linear section and guides the robot to extract it in subsections. In 5 trials, the robot successfully extracted all target tissue in pink. The next subtask is spherical debridement, removing a set of randomly placed spherical sections of cancerous tissue. We use plastic putty as a proxy for healthy tissue. Embedded in the healthy tissue are multiple targets made of a viscoelastic material shown in pink. These targets represent damaged or tumorous tissue. A computer vision system identifies the target spheres and guides the robot to extract them. In 50 trials, the robot achieved a 96% success rate. This subtask is from a laparoscopic surgeon's training kit, cutting a circular pattern from a sheet of gauze. A computer vision system identifies the circle and guides the robot to cut along the lower and upper halves. The second gripper stretches the gauze, while the first gripper cuts the pattern. In 20 trials, the robot achieved a 70% success rate with a 99.89% cutting accuracy in successful trials. The video is sped up by a factor of 8. The robot is currently half as fast as human experts. However, not all trials were successful. We show here failure modes of this subtask. We are working to improve robustness for future work.
So as you see, the method, of course, does not perform perfectly well. And as part of my future work, I'm working on automatically generating these finite state machines so that you can generalize for a larger set of tasks. I'd like to thank my collaborators and lab mates and Intuitive Surgical for the generous equipment grant. I'd love to talk to you about this work after this session, and I would like to invite you all for live demonstration of this work in our open house. We are in 1169 Echeverry. That's the brown building next to Soda, if you don't know. We are Cal MR. Thank you very much.